Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And recently, Verizon CEO also spoke at the Goldman Sachs conference. And he reiterated again that they're sticking with their millimeter wave strategy for 5G. Now, on the business side, it only makes sense because they've already invested so much money into the spectrum that they're now looking for a return on investment. So currently they are still waiving that $10 fee, but at the conference he said he didn't know how much longer they would do so. So if you're currently a Verizon customer and you would like to try out their 5G millimeter wave spectrum, you could pick up one of the phones, the Galaxy S10 5G or the Galaxy Note 10 5G, and you can use the network at no additional cost. Currently it is waived. In the future, I'm quite sure they're going to look to monetize that spectrum, and they're going to charge a fee for you to use it, or charge, in other departments or whatever the case may be, to make some additional return on investment on the spectrum. This spectrum, the fiber, it costs Verizon a lot of money and is costing them even more money going forward as they roll it out on a nationwide basis, according to the article. Now, it just doesn't make sense in terms of business to really roll this out like nationwide in terms of interstates and highways and rural areas. It just doesn't travel as far. So they are still going to implement DSS later next year. But for now, within the cities that they are rolling it out, they're going to use millimeter wave spectrum as they have been doing in the cities that are currently launched. Is this necessarily the best strategy? I just don't know. I think Verizon should be looking more into mid-band spectrum. This millimeter wave spectrum could be good for Super Bowls, football games, NBA games, just higher populated venues. But to make this a strategy in terms of like suburban areas and outside of downtown areas, I just don't see this being the strategy that's going to win 5G, in my opinion. And if it does become a strategy of Verizon's, it's just going to cost a ton of money to really roll this out everywhere. So, and if you guys have seen the article, within those 13 NFL stadiums that Verizon rolled out their 5G, it didn't even cover the entire stadium. So it's just, it's a really tough strategy that many other carriers just aren't getting on board with. They are using the millimeter wave spectrum, don't get me wrong, but they're not saying that's their strategy into 5G. They're just using it in higher populated venues, concerts, and such. But to say that we're going to roll this out nationwide, every city, even in the suburban areas, it's just not feasible, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this on the comment section down below. I will leave the article in the description down below so you guys can check it out. Like I said, this was recently at the same conference that T-Mobile spoke at as well. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. If you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Make sure to follow all of my social media outlets for more updates. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.